If you want to learn the important difference between motion and action, we're going to talk about that in this video, so stick around. Hey guys, Jordan here, author and Destiny Catalyzer. I help people figure out their life purpose with the power of self-discovery. Part of the self-discovery process is getting really good at taking action so that you can learn more about yourself and so that you can actually eventually live out your purpose. So let's dive right in. I'm going to share 10 quick examples with you of ways that you're actually in motion and not taking action. And then I'm going to share ways that you can take action on those specific life goals. The first example we have is healthy eating. Maybe this year you want to lose weight and maybe you just want to get healthier from the inside out. Maybe you just want to eat healthier. Now, if you're thinking about this in terms of motion versus action, the motion is having that desire and making a menu and then even making a shopping list. But you're not really taking action until you sit down and eat that healthy meal. What about physical fitness? A lot of people this year going into the new year and beyond are going to be thinking about ways that they can become more physically fit. Now, being in motion is signing up for the gym. It's even going to the gym to speak with your trainer. I know this is a huge one that a lot of people do. I had done this before. I'm going to go to the gym. I'm going to meet with my physical trainer and then I'm going to get started. You're not actually starting anything. You are not taking action in this case. The action step here is when you go to the gym and then actually spend time working out in whatever form that may be for you. What about financial security? Well, being in motion is making a budget and thinking about the fact that you want to be better with your finances. When taking action is instead of ordering Uber Eats that night, you immediately put $50 or whatever it is into your savings from your bank account. Let's think about the life goal of finding love. Maybe you see someone for the first time and you immediately fall in love with them. But instead of talking to them, you just think about the fact that you really like them and are in love with them. Well, again, that's just being in motion, where the action step is mustering the courage to go ask them out on a date and then following through and going on that date. What about excelling or advancing in your career? Well, the motion would be to read the latest book on how to ask for a raise. When the action step is going into work every day and working your butt off so that you don't even have to ask for a raise in the first place, where you're doing such good work that they would give you that raise. And let's think about learning to speak a language. This is one that I've been guilty of lately. The motion is thinking about the fact that you want to learn a language and telling other people that, yeah, this is something I really want to do, I gotta make it a priority. Well, the action step in this case is taking time to take a lesson, or doing an online course, or even better, speaking with a native speaker for maybe 30 minutes and really practicing your skills, even if you don't have any language skills yet. Let's think about the life goal of continuing education. Maybe you want to get your GED or go to college at whatever age that you're at. Being in motion for this goal would be talking to your family, strategizing, writing draft essay letters that you might send out to various places for applications. And the action step here is actually going to class and sitting in and learning. Let's think about another big life goal that I know that a lot of people have. It's writing a book. Motion in this case is telling other people you want to write a book and having it on your life goals list in the first place. There are so many people out there that say, I want to write a book, but then they aren't taking the action step in this case, which is writing an outline and then getting started on the draft of their book, even if it's total garbage when you first start out. As with any of the items on this list, the action step doesn't have to be perfect, but as you're starting to learn motion versus action, start to put those things into practice. Or let's think about the life goal of traveling the world. The motion in this case would be planning and strategizing and also saving up money for the trip. When the action step might just be quitting your job and traveling the world, as my wife and I did several years ago. And let's share one more example. Number 10 here is learning to play guitar. The motion would be signing up for a class or putting a guitar on your Amazon wish list. And the action step in this case might just be borrowing a guitar from a friend and just starting to strum. The one important caveat with all these examples is that balance is key. I'm someone that definitely is a huge proponent of planning and strategizing. I have strategic as one of my number one strengths on the Clifton strengths. And I am all about making 90-day plans and really just being cognizant of what you're doing with your time. But in this case, when we're thinking of motion versus action, we do a lot of times fool ourselves into thinking that we're making huge action and that we're making progress, when if we really looked at all the things that we did recently, if we did a time audit and we were actually honest about where we spend our time, we would notice that most of the things that we do are motion items, and very few of the things we do are action items. And this goes for most people until you start to practice and exercise that action muscle. So the best way to move forward is, if any of these examples struck a chord with you, it's to start taking more action, to notice the differences between those things, and don't fool yourself into thinking that you're making big progress when you're really just procrastinating and putting off doing that action item. If you have any questions, drop it in the comments below. Please like this video if it helped you, and subscribe to this channel for more. Otherwise, stay tuned. Have a great day.